welcome to the Knowledge Hub of Universal Skills. This is Matt and I'm Michael, and we're going to go through the room volume calculations for a flueless cooker. So as you can see here, we've got a hob and we've got a room, so we're going to work through the process of how to measure, get your volume and what size ventilation we're going to require.
So the first thing we need to do is to measure the room volume. Now room volume is measured to ascertain the ventilation requirements for the flueless cooker. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to measure the length, the width and the height of the room. Once we've got these figures, we'll times them by each other, and this will give us the volume, which will then allow us to look at the ventilation. So my beautiful assistant Michael here is going to now show us how to measure the room volume. Once he gives me the figures, I'll be writing it on the board so we can look at how we calculate this.
Okay, so we need the length of the room, and that is 250 or 2.5 metres. Then got the width of the room, and again that is 2.4 metres. And to get the volume, we also need the height. And that, again, is just over 2.4 metres.
So what we've got here then is the figures that Michael's given us when he's measured the room. So we've got a length of 2.5 metres, a width of 2.4 and a height of 2.5 metres. What we now need to do is to times these figures by each other, and this will then give us the volume. So we've calculated this then, and we now know that this has come out at 15 metres cubed. So all we're doing is we're timesing the length times the width times the height. So the figure we get is 15m3, which is metres cubed. So all volume is done in metres cubed. Now once we've got the room volume, we can then look in BS 5440, and what this will do is it will give us a chart so we can then start to look at the volume, what we've got in relation to how much ventilation is required. So if we can look at BS 5440, which my wonderful assistant's going to go get now.
So we've got the British Standard 54402, and that is flowing and ventilation for gas appliances of rated input not exceeding 70 kilowatts net. Sometimes it's easier to see the chart within the gas books, and you can see on there we've got some measurements and what size ventilation is required. So if we look on the chart, as we can see, we've worked out that we need 15 metre cubed volume for this room. So for under 5 metres, we need a ventilation of 100 centimetres squared. If it's above 5 and under 10, that is 50 centimetres of ventilation. And if it's over 10 cubic metres, then we don't need any ventilation, except in all cases we need an openable window.
One more point to note, guys, if we look at the chart and you see the 5 to 10 metres cubed, which is coming out at 50 centimetres squared, if the kitchen that you're working in has got an openable door, then we can get away with the 50 centimetres squared. We can get rid of this, and all we need is the openable door or window. We only bring the 50 centimetres squared into play if this kitchen has not got an openable door. Right, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Knowledge Hub, and we'll see you again in another video later on.